What is going on, everybody? Hope everybody had a great game watching that craziness transpire. 49ers able to come out with the victory in the end via a field goal. That game had me on pins and needles the whole time. I kept thinking and rethinking what kind of live stream I was going to have. I know a lot of Niners YouTubers are live streaming right now, so if I'm competing for views, that's okay. Um, but yeah, crazy game, fantastic finish from a game that looked like we were going to get blown out in the first half to how the game ended. Just an unbelievable, miraculous turn of events. Uh, the question going into the whole game all week was who is going to be the quarterback. And of course, the debate was who should start, who would be the better fit, who would give us the best chance to win. And early on, the Niners just didn't look that impressive on offense. Jimmy looked a little shaky. I mean, he made some passes here and there, but for the most part, it was, there was nothing special. And then the Rams were just getting the ball and moving right down the field with absolutely no problems whatsoever. And, but, in football, there's two halves and there's four quarters for a reason. I know a lot of us were paying attention to the scoreboard to see if the 49ers would get into the playoffs via the Saints loss. Saints didn't lose. They did take care of their business. So it was up to the 49ers to get the job done. And for a while, it looked like the Rams were going to pull this one out easily. And then there was different times in the game where the momentum kind of shifted back and forth. And I really couldn't tell you who was going to win. I'll tell you, that kind of stress is not good for somebody who deals with anxiety. So, yeah, crazy game all around. Jimmy came up clutch when it mattered, even though he kind of gave both teams a chance to be in the game with his two interceptions. Both of his interceptions came on some pretty heavy pressures, so I can't completely blame him. The second one to Kittle towards the end zone was a little bit frustrating. The first one over the middle where he got kind of smacked as he threw it, I didn't really blame him too much on that one. The interception that he threw that was tipped and then picked off, there was actually Garoppolo was looking for a flag because he got smacked in the head, but to no avail. The refs didn't see it, or if they saw it, they didn't think it was penalty worthy. So, yeah, I was definitely thinking right there that was pretty much the game. It just this game was a microcosm of the 49ers season. Slow start, pretty good middle, and it looked like they were gonna kind of peter out at the end, but they did not peter out at the end. They found a way to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat, which was just fantastic. Jimmy himself went 21 of 32 for 316 yards, one touchdown, two picks. Niners actually outgained the Rams 449 total yards to 265, which is crazy if you watched the first half of this game and saw just how easily the Rams were moving the ball. We were stopping them on first and second down, but which looked great. But this year it's been a problem with us with third down defense, at least the last couple games, of just not being able to get teams off the field. But as the second half rolled around, the pass rush really started to heat up. Man, I'll tell you, the Rams are a team. They're very, very hot and cold. They can really rip you apart with Stafford and make some big plays on you, but they become somewhat one dimensional. And to me, I was just getting frustrated with the fact that the Niners knew they were being one dimensional and they were still having a hard time stopping them. I mean, if you think about it, who really hurt him in this game? Higbee and Cooper Kupp. Those are the two guys that really did the most damage. But when the Niners were able to get that pressure, it was a different game. Stafford isn't the most, he's mobile, but he's not a scrambler. So the Niners were able to harass him and make him make mistakes. He had a pretty fantastic game to start. I forgot how many passes he completed in a row, but he ended up throwing two interceptions during the course of the game. So, he giveth and he also taketh away, just like Jimmy. Jimmy keeps both teams in the game, and Stafford was kind of doing the same. Rams are an explosive offense, man. They're going to be a tough out in the playoffs. We're we're more blue collar. We kind of beat you up along the way, beat you up down the field, and then, find a way to get in the end zone. Um, some players of note that really played well. Jauan Jennings had a fantastic game. His coming out party is continuing. Jennings had 6 catches for 94 yards. Just a physical beast, really. He's good on the out cuts and the in cuts. It seems like his physicality and his size really make him an easy target for Jimmy. The wide open touchdown where all the defense went with Deebo Samuel, and he was wide open over the middle. Huge game. Niners also had a contribution from Deebo and Ayuk. Deebo Samuel, 4 catches for 95 yards. Ayuk, 6 catches for 107 yards. Just a fantastic performance by the both of them. As I look in the comments here, it's Karthik and Ray pretty much all there is. He says, "Hey, Aaron, I'm so freaking fired up. I'm so goddamn fired up. Let's go, Rook. Show him Ambry you trust today. Hell yeah." Yeah, Ambry Thomas, I can't say bullish on him, but I've been thinking he's been playing a lot better as these games have went on. And if you're ever going to take a game to make your first ever interception that means something, why not do it to seal a game, to win the game, to beat a division rival, to get into the playoffs? Just a fantastic play. I thought he was beat, but then I saw the type of throw that they were going for. Looked like kind of a back shoulder deal, and he jumped the route. He timed it perfectly. I thought he was going to miss the jump. For you guys that watched it, I'm like, oh God, he's gonna mistime it, but he didn't mistime it. I thought he landed out of bounds. He didn't land out of bounds. Just a fantastic play by the rookie. I've been kind of iffy on him as have so many fans, but he picked the perfect time to make the biggest play of his career, and I have nothing but great things to say about him. Pass rush really came out and balled in this game. 5 sacks. They had some timely sacks when you needed them the most. They were there. Just a fantastic play by the defensive line. Everybody seemed to get a hand in it. It was just a great overall performance for how they started and how this game looked like it was going to go. I really thought this game was going to be a blowout by the Rams. I wasn't trying to lose faith. I was just being realistic. I'm like, if they go up 24-0, you could pretty much seal this one off. They were able to get a stop, get a field goal before the half, and then they score coming out of the half, and all of a sudden you got a ball game. And little by little, they were able to play some solid defense and then get the score to tie it up. And then, we saw what happened. The Rams come back. They score. Cooper Kupp touchdown. Just a heart attack inducing game to watch for sure. I know you guys probably feel the exact same way. Tony Lopez says, "How about Jimmy though?" Yeah, man, I was getting down on him early, and I'm glad I got to eat my words. He tends to keep both plate teams in the game, unfortunately, but hey, he did what he needed to do in the end, and he played solid enough to get us back in. Played as clutch as he's played in his whole career to get us the scoring drive that tied the game. Played well on the drive that got us the field goal. So nothing but praise and goodwill towards Jimmy Garoppolo. Ray says you could see G was scared, but second half he played better. Yeah, it was a little. I think it was a feeling out party with his hand. To be honest with you, there was people saying he should have been pulled. I wasn't quite in that level. I thought he played okay. I just thought, so the interception that he threw over the middle, he got smashed as he was throwing it. So I can't really say anything much about that. Niner Faithful says that game took 3 years off my life, but great win by the Faith. I know, man. I was stressing big time. I was trying to eat at the end of that game too. I had 2 giant cheeseburgers. So imagine my indigestion right now. So many players deserve love. Deebo, Jennings, Gold, Juice, McKivitz, Amber. Yeah, Tax, you said it best. What about freaking Robbie Gold? For someone who I get on so much to take care of punting duty, kickoff duty, and field goals, I got nothing but respect for him, even though I'm still not a big fan of his. But He came up when we needed him. McKivitz played well. Ambry Thomas had the biggest interception of his career. Niner Faithful said it best. Plus, we still own the LA Rams. Absolutely. Tony Lopez says, we really came through today. That's all we needed. He know how to get now. Wait, my eyes are playing tricks on me. Now we need to get to the Super Bowl. Yeah, let's get one game at a time, man. Let's face the Cowboys and see if we can win that game. They got a prolific offense. Ray says, I'm glad Jimmy came back. Yeah, me too. Mitchell played fantastic in this game as well. He didn't have 100 yards, but he had some hard rushes in this game. He did well. Those are some hard-earned yards that he got, but not all of them are pretty, right? As long as you get the W, that's really all that matters. Without a running game, Jimmy G would have lost this game with 2 interceptions. I don't know. He made some big throws in this game. I don't think it was all on the running game. I mean, you could say that he was carried by a lot of run after the catch stuff, but that's the offense that we run. That's the kind of offense that we've ran since Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch have got here. So it's not nothing of any difference. Generation Retro says Ambry was clutch. Yes, he was. What a fantastic time to make your first career pick, huh? The defense held it together till G settled in. Yeah, they did that last week too against the Texans until Trey settled in. And defenses came up huge, for the deficiencies we have at corner. They have found a way to somehow keep this thing together with super glue all season. Greenlaw came back in this game. Thought Greenlaw was playing a little bit crazy in this game with the body slam and the face mask and just a little out of control. I don't know exactly what his deal was. The late hit on that one play, I forget what happened, but just he was losing it for a bit out there, but he settled down. It was nice to have Greenlaw back in the linebacking core, along with Fred Warner, who played another fantastic game. Generation Retro says, surprise Gold's punting skills, not bad, Robbie. You're right. They were effective, right? They have more hang time than Wisnowski, though, for sure. That dude can't keep a punt in the air for more than like 3 seconds, so that was great. Drafting and trading for Lance will be the Niners' biggest mistake in their franchise. I don't believe that whatsoever. I don't think so. I think it's going to be their biggest strength. I just don't see how that can be. They're going to be able to save money with him. Jimmy moving on. They're going to be able to build around him. He's young. He's talented. He's a smart kid. He studies in the classroom. I don't see that whatsoever. No Jimmy G slander all week. You've earned it. Right. I'm not going to talk bad about Jimmy until next week. No, I'm kidding. Now we can see why G owns the Lambs. Yeah, we definitely own the Lambs for sure. The D-line, D-line played fantastic. 5 sacks, tons of pressure. There was a couple times I wish they would have gotten there, that they gave up some big plays in the passing game, but you can't win them all. So, yeah, it was pretty. The pass rush came to play for sure. I want to take a moment to really give the offensive line props. Colton McKivitz starting on the left side in place of Trent Williams played pretty fantastic. You consider if you don't hear somebody's name, they're having a good game. As long as you don't hear their name, that's a good thing. I think McKivitz had a really, really solid game. I mean, the Niners gave up 3 sacks, but it wasn't like they were in Jimmy's face all day. But the offensive line played huge. They opened up some holes in the running game for sure, but the pass protection a lot of times was great. So props to Colton McKivitz for stepping in for Trent Williams and playing a fantastic game in a pressure pack situation on the road. So big props to the O-line for sure. They don't get any love usually, but I'm giving them love because I thought they played well. Larry Edwards, great win. Let's test Dak's knee, bring some pressure and play Niner ball. Let's be honest, they played like the Super Bowl in the first half. Now at full strength in the secondary held up. Yeah. That's going to be a key next week is that secondary versus that Dallas offense because Dallas can score some points. I think they dropped 250 burgers in a row, if I'm not mistaken. Ray says, I got to vote Debo for MVP. Yeah. I mean, he ain't going to get it. You know he ain't going to get it. But yeah, if I had to vote anybody on this 49er offense for MVP, it would be him. You think there's any chance if Eli Mitchell played more this year that he wouldn't have been in the running for Offensive Rookie of the Year? Because he's just been a fantastic find. They were talking about it in the game, a 6th-round pick, and he's that valuable. And the fact that he fell in the draft, nobody can understand, and I completely understand that too. So, yeah, he didn't have, like I said, he didn't have 100 yards, but huge find. They had a list during the game of some of the Niners' biggest draft hits, and they had DJ Jones in there, who was in and out of the game, but he's another one that's played fantastic. Luke Luna in the chat, he said, let's give Jimmy G his respect. Jennings was a stud, Mitchell and Debo. Yeah, all 100% correct, Luke. Jimmy, to me, he's a frustrating guy to watch because he can keep both teams in the game sometimes. But like I said, the first pick really wasn't his fault. I thought that he got hit on the throw. The second one, I wouldn't have thrown that pass, but it happened. He got hit. It should have been a flag. It did not get called. I was frustrated with him, but at the same time, the Niners defense was playing well enough that I thought if they got another shot, they would have a chance to do it. And Jimmy came through when it was needed with the touchdown pass to Jennings. They were able to move the ball for the field goal. Luke made a good point. He said Juwan Jennings was a stud. I thought this was his coming out party, to be honest with you guys. I think another offseason, another bunch of mini camps, working with the first team offense. I think he is our new Kendrick Bourne, but with some size. He's got some pretty solid hands too, for the most part. So, big game for him. Debo, absolutely. Mitchell, hard-earned yards in this game. So, yeah, pretty overall good offensive game from the 49ers. John Reed says, my voice is completely gone from the game. I didn't scream much, but I was cursing under my breath a bit at the beginning of the game, to be honest with you. I was saying a lot of bad things. So, yeah. If you don't mind, smash the like down below. It'd be awesome. It helps the algorithm find me on YouTube. So thank you very much. PW Concerts and Music Artist says, same, bro. Yeah, I'm just, I don't scream much, but like I said, I was definitely under my breath. If this was any other QB, fans would praise a QB for playing with guts through an injury like this. Remember his ex-teammate clowning him for not doing that and fans agreeing. Well, Jimmy got it done. Yeah, 100% agree. You could say he's brittle or fragile and then he gets hurt a lot. I mean, that's not a completely inaccurate assessment. But to say he didn't play with guts and determination today and willed this team towards victory wouldn't be a misspeak. Jimmy played about as well as you could play considering the situation. Like I said, I think he had one bad throw. I thought the other one, he just got hit as he threw. But other than that, I thought he played pretty solid. He was pretty accurate for the most part. He had like one missed throw over the middle, but all quarterbacks have missed throws. And Luke's right. A lot of quarterbacks would get a lot of praise if it wasn't for Jimmy. And I'm a hard on Jimmy type of guy. So I got nothing but praise for the kid or the man. I've kind of turned the corner on the whole Jimmy situation. I used to be a lot harder on him, but the fact of the matter is he's still the quarterback. And until he isn't, I'm going to ride or die with him. Luke says, so I asked that fans keep the same energy and give him respect for playing instead of saying he shouldn't or not giving him respect when he does. Keep that same energy, haters. I know we're happy, Aaron. I'm definitely happy. And like I said, I've been hard on Jimmy for a long time. I thought the Niners should have moved on many times, but he came up huge today. In a game we had to have. He played gutsy ball with a hand that needs surgery. Say what you want about him, guys, but most people wouldn't have played with that injury, and Jimmy found a way to do it. And I got nothing but praise. BW Concerts says we should beat the Cowgirls next week. It's not going to be easy. They got a fantastic offense. Our defense is going to have to bring another A game totally. It's going to be a tough game. I think it'll be a score for score type situation. So Niners better pack their O. I'm trying to say down. I'm trying to say down. I've been drinking. Oh, that game would have put me into drinking for sure. Jimmy knew the competition when they drafted Trey. Now he is not Mr. Glass. Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest reasons they drafted Trey Lance was because of Jimmy's inability to stay healthy. So, I mean, it's not a knock to say that he hasn't been able to stay healthy. It's a known thing. But, in order to take a job away from an entrenched starter, you have to play better than that starter. And Trey at that point and during the points of the season hasn't been that guy. So he played fantastic in his only start. I thought it was good competition for him. It's going to serve him well going into next year when Jimmy's not here. People are going to have to realize they're going to, we bash Jimmy all the time, but when he's gone, we're not going to have anybody to bash. Trey's going to take a lot of heat if he plays bad. Now, personally, I'm not going to bash the kid too much because of his lack of experience, but it's going to come in both waves. It's going to come against Trey when he plays next year from people saying they should have kept Jimmy, yada, yada, yada. So you can't win no matter how you do it. Somebody's going to be wrong. So props to Jimmy for a great game. Luke Luna says there was some clutch passes that were dropped too, and then Jimmy didn't get discouraged. And on top of it, he's been amazing standard for how they should treat us. Standard how they should be as a teammate. Trey will take it all the way. Yeah, Jimmy's been a great teammate. He's been a good example of how to be and not be a complete tool like a guy like Rodgers or something. So, yeah, definitely. I don't have a ton more to say more than, we got a game coming up next week against the Dallas Cowboys. I'm probably going to do a live stream at some point this week and talk it out. I have a lot of friends that are Dallas Cowboys fans. They're going to be all over me if the Cowboys win. So it's going to be interesting, man. I mean, I don't know how many of you were alive during the 90s when we were playing all those NFC championship games at Dallas. I asked my buddy who's actually ill right now, who's in the hospital with liver issues, who's a huge Cowboys fan. I told him, I says, we might end up meeting in the playoffs if things work out a certain way. And now we're going to get our wish. I wish it wasn't the Cowboys because I want to see him do well. My friend who's dealing with his health issues. Unfortunately, I got to root against the Cowboys with my Niners, but that'll be an interesting game. There's going to be a lot of storylines going into that one. I'm going to assume the Jimmy talk's going to be kind of, down. He's going to play next week. There's no question of that. We're pretty much as healthy as we've been all season, this team, I must say. I don't know the injury situation from this game, but it's definitely something I have to look at. But, man, just a great game, great, fantastic game. Huge play in the end by Ambry Thomas. I'm not comfortable screaming and getting really crazy on stream here. I'm pretty mellow right now, but I was definitely yelling at the television when he got that pick. That was just great. Just a hard-fought victory, and the fact that we're in the dance after how the season started just shows a testament to everybody on this team. So props to the Niners players, props to Jimmy. Again, you guys know I'm not a Jimmy lover, but I got to give him props, man. He played well. He's played well down the stretch. So props to him. Props to that defensive line for making up for the lack of secondary and really stepping up the last couple of weeks. I think they have like 15 sacks in 3 weeks. So Niners defensive line has done really well. Thank you, Luke Luna, for the $2 super chat. I appreciate it. Luke is one of my favorite followers. He gives it to me when I misspeak on Jimmy, so I've learned to respect him and respect his opinion. And he's kind of changed my he's kind of changed my opinion on all things Jimmy. I used to be just like completely against any argument, but I've learned to have an open mind. And, the same guy that I was crapping on is the same guy that delivered today when he needed to, along with the rest of all the players on the team too. But Jimmy played as well as he could. So huge game for the 49ers. Unbelievable victory on the road against the Rams. I'd have nothing but great things to say. Hopefully Trent Williams comes back next week and solidifies that offensive line. But the Niners are in the playoffs, guys, and we get to play for at least another week. So I'm super happy for everybody, all of us fans that got to enjoy and watch that game, and I'm happy that we're all happy we got to experience that and get another win. I really, really appreciate all the support of people that have been on my channel through some of the tough times I've been dealing with lately. I don't really stream as much because of issues, but I had to come on and talk about this. You knew I had to come on. I mean, we're in the playoffs, guys. So I know I don't seem super happy, but I really am. I'm stoked. I'm going to be nervous as hell next week. And, I'm just happy that we're talking about 49ers football for one more week and I don't have to worry about the off season. So props to everybody for coming in here. Appreciate everybody's support. Drop a like if you can and subscribe if you want. Appreciate it. I'll try to be more regular with my content as things get a little different in my life. Definitely going to be active in the off season, talking about a lot of things. So stay tuned for that. There'll be some collabing going on in the off season with the draft, free agency, the combine, all that stuff. So might be like a 2-week window where I'm not on here. And then it's, we turn right into 2022. So thanks everyone for popping in here. Thanks for the support. I know there's a lot of great content creators out there like Rob Shue, who are really fantastic. So I'm just trying to do my little part with my little channel. Thanks for everybody for coming in. Let's see what Luke has to say real quick here. Jimmy has earned the right to win or lose the game in the playoffs. I hope I get to have I hope I get to have shows on the regular. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry. I'm illiterate today. Let's, for anybody that doesn't know, my man Luke is eventually going to try to start up his own channel. So definitely try to support him once that happens. I know I will. I'll be on there all the time. But yeah, I look forward to that in the future. Maybe we can start some stuff in the off season, kind of work your way into YouTube, because it's kind of overwhelming to get on camera and talk for, 35, 45, an hour. So, all right. I'm going to go, guys. Thanks for popping in here. Thank you again for another super sticker, Luke. Appreciate it very much. Thanks for the support, guys. I'll definitely try to be on here at some time this week to preview the game. I could be doing some collab work too on another channel. So thanks for everybody. Thanks for popping in. And at least for another week, we get to cheer on the San Francisco 49ers. And until next time, as I always say, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye, everybody.